It was a special moment, I remember it well.
Welcome back to Sporf. My name is Will Brazier. Now today we're at the home of English football, St George's Park, for the first episode of You Asked. You asked the questions and we're going to get the answers. And we're sitting down with Liverpool and England defender Joe Gomez ahead of the launch of Nike Football's England collection. It's out now, so go and grab it. Let's find Joe. Where are you, Joe? What was your reaction when you got your first senior call-up?
Shock. Yeah, I was really surprised. Because there was no hints or anything like that.
Right, okay.
It was pure surprise, and I just saw it on Twitter.
So it was on Twitter?
Yeah. A lot of people assume like
get the call.
Yeah, I didn't get any of that. I wasn't expecting it at all, and then I just called my family and stuff, and they was all buzzing. So it was a special moment. I remember it well.
Joe, how does training differ from club to country? Do you see kind of a difference in level, or?
It's a very high standard here. Obviously, there's a lot of top, like, world-class players back at club as well, but I don't know, when everyone seems to come together here, the standard's really high, and it just seems like everyone tries to get the best out of each other, and you can feel it in the tempo and so on, because I suppose it's a shorter period of time and there's not much things, like, it's limited the amount of things we can do in the week, so everyone's just at it, and it has to be that way to get through everything we need to.
Does training with your country raise your game when you go back to your club, do you think? Have you noticed any of that?
I think you do definitely pull aspects of training, and you do learn different things, because every trainer is just different, and people have different ways of training, so you can take some aspects of training, and you had a good camp, try and take some confidence back with you as well.
Fantastic. Who was your England hero growing up?
I'd probably say watching Steven Gerrard.
Yeah.
Maybe because of the club influence as well, but midfielder-wise him. But as a defender, I'd probably say Ferdinand, just because of position.
Is that his sort of style as well? It's kind of that ball
playing centre half, and I think it's key now to try and be comfortable on the ball and be someone that done it really well. So just trying to look up to him and try and learn from what he did.
Fantastic. You've been in the England setup for a long time now. What's the toughest international fixture you've had?
There's been a lot, I'd say, all through the age groups. I can remember back to like the under-17 Euros. Had some tough games then, playing Holland was a tough one. But then working through the two friendlies against they were both top sides, and really difficult games from a positional sense, and having to be aware of all the runners and the movement, because obviously they're top sides and they got so many good players, just having to be aware the whole game. That was definitely a test in that sense.
What's it like meeting up with players that you kind of face as opposition players every week, but coming all together for the England setup?
I mean, it brings conversation, talking about our clubs and maybe previous games and so on, but I think aside from that, everyone comes together and we've all got the same task at hand when we meet up here, so everyone's just focused, and there's no awkwardness or rivalries or anything like that. I think everyone comes together as a team and it's tight-knit.
Fantastic. Moving on to your teammates, if there was no substitute keeper, they were just outfield players, who would have to go in next?
Wow, I don't know. I'll probably go for a mixture of height and agility.
Right, I like that. You're thinking about it.
Yeah, I'll probably go John Stones.
Yeah.
I like just because he's got decent height, but he's agile at the same time.
And then worst of all, he just comes out with his feet.
Yeah.
He can tackle
ball playing keeper.
There we go, nice. Who's the best at FIFA in the squad?
I think Ox is having himself a bit.
Is he?
Because he's got the carry case with the PlayStation, so I think he puts in a few hours. I reckon I'd say Ox, I'd back him.
Yeah. Who is the best singer in the dressing room? Or is there players that you played with before that have got a set of chords on?
Yeah, I saw Tammy Abraham. Well, I've heard him, and he had a good initiation at his club. He does like to sing, and he belts out a few notes in the training room sometimes. So I go. He is good, to be fair to him.
Oh, nice. Who's in charge of the stereo?
In the dressing room, generally, I think all the boys like have their input with a playlist.
Yeah.
And then it's sort of just whacked on. And
what have you kind of put any recommendations down?
I like some UK rap, and it's probably a bit more on the fence with some of the boys.
Right, okay.
Is
that one you like certainly put in and then just
maybe
stand
just
away?
One or two and then have a glance at the reaction.
Fantastic. Moving on to you personally, how does it feel to play in front of thousands of people?
Obviously it's an honour, especially at this level, playing for your country at Wembley, something you dream of, and it comes with its pressures, but I think it's part and parcel, and you have to expect to take that on your shoulders and try and deal with it the best you can. But I think we just do our best to try and embrace it as a team, and it's always supportive from the fans and so on, so it only helps really, especially when the atmosphere is as good as it is.
So obviously you play at Anfield and Wembley, both big atmospheres, both loud noises. How hard is it to stay focused with all that noise going on?
I think it's difficult at first. Obviously me still being quite a young player, I'm still learning, and everyone's got their own way of dealing with things, I suppose, but I think at times you have to know when to zone out and try and just focus on yourself. And there are times when the atmosphere is positive and you've got to embrace it because it can only do you good. So I think it's finding a balance of blocking out when you need to stay focused and embracing it when things are going well.
And then just finally, what is one piece of advice you'd give to a younger player?
I think just enjoy it. Enjoy the journey. I think in football nowadays there's a lot of pressures and outside influences, and I think just focus on the things you do on the pitch and try not to get caught up with too many things outside of it. I'm still learning myself, so I'm still taking advice and things from the more senior players, but I think just enjoy it, because you can get caught up in things off the pitch and the pressures and stuff, and then when you stop enjoying your football, you don't do as well.
Amazing. Joe, thank you very much for your time.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you. So that was the first episode of You Asked. You asked the questions, we got them answered. Massive thanks to Nike Football for having us at St George's Park. The England collection is out now. Click the link in the description to get your hands on one of those beauties. And while you're here, don't forget to like, subscribe and drop a comment down below. Come on, England.